Hey onda, thanks for watching Doing Life with Jenny. If you are new here, I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, and I just moved to Mexico to the state of Hidalgo. Today I'm telling you all about renewing my temporary residency. Here's a quick recap if you're joining us for the first time. My temporary residency card was supposed to expire, I think, June 3rd. And I had a flight booked to come down and renew it the week before. But I was also due to renew my passport, and it didn't make it back on time for me to get to Mexico and renew my temporary residency on time. So do know, if yours expires, it must expire while you are outside of Mexico, and then you have 55 days to get to Mexico, and once you cross the border via plane or land, you have 5 days to get to immigration and renew it. So here we go. I got to my final destination here in the state of Hidalgo on June 11th, which was a Sunday. So the very next day, first thing in the morning, I went to immigration to renew it. Also remember that you have to go to the immigration office that's in the state that you live in. I originally joined in Mexico City, but since I was also doing a change of address at immigration, I went ahead and went to the one in Pachuca, since that's the immigration office for the state of Hidalgo. Now, depending on what day it is, what office you go to, you may get everything taken care of right then and there, or they may give you an appointment to return another day. On the particular day I went, they were giving out appointments. So it was actually very fast. They call you up very quickly. And she gave me an appointment for yesterday, the 21st. The young lady did try to question me, saying, oh, this already expired. And I had to explain the whole 5 day spiel that I just gave you. Because like everything around here in Mexico, you think anybody knows what's going on? No. So I went back for my appointment. My appointment was at 10 and they called me up at 10 on the dot. First thing, they took all of my paperwork. And I'll insert a picture of everything you need currently. This could change because Mexico doesn't do anything consistently. Because I thought I already knew what I needed to take because I found it online. And then when the girl gave me the appointment, she gave me a website which was different than the one I found, but the same government website, just a different area of the website. And what she wrote down on the little slip of paper for my appointment was also different than what I actually needed. So be prepared to be frustrated. Here's the website, which I'll link below. Then you will click on this box, Trámites de Regulación Migratoria. Then click here, Trámites Migratorios. This is what you're looking for if you want to do a change of address, but we're not going to go through that part today. So scroll on down until you see this. Expedición de documento migratorio por renovación. Then click on the paperwork and a document will open up. Fill the document out on the computer. Do not print it out and handwrite it. Scroll down to Requisitos, Requirements. Number 1, make sure you bring your current temporary resident card. Number 2 is a lie, the basic format. It's one you filled out when you originally got your temporary residency card. I took it, but they handed it right back to me. If you want to take it just in case as well, just Google search Formato Básico Mexico and it will pop up. Here it tells you to bring 3 passport style photos while also telling you you don't need them because we're going to take them for you. It is correct that they will take the photos for you as well as your fingerprints. Number 4 is proof that you paid. So to pay, you're going to find these green buttons and go to the last one called Pago de Derecho. Click on this credit card icon and print off that sheet. You're going to take that sheet to almost any bank, not Banco Azteca, and ask to pay for this. Keep your receipt. And step 5 is basically asking you what gives you the right to have the residency to begin with. Were you offered a job? Do you have Mexican family? And the one that probably applies to most of us, economic solvency, is not an option. So just be prepared to tell them that economic solvency is your reason at your appointment. And there is a form that goes along with your reasoning. You're going to click on that third green option, if economic solvency is your reason. Fill out the short form that pops up and print it off. Don't forget that you need photocopies of everything. So the things I needed that were not mentioned were, 1, I needed 2 copies of my passport and 2 copies of my old temporary residency card. I'm guessing it's because I was doing 2 transactions. Transactions is not the word. But anyway, I was changing my address and I was renewing my residency, so I think that's why they wanted 2 copies of that. Otherwise, the website says 1 original and 1 photocopy. No big deal because there's a shop right across the street from immigration to do your photocopies. And they're very easygoing at the Pachuca one, like you can quickly step out, make the photocopies and come right back. The thing that was not supposed to happen was they asked me for like proof of income or proof of having savings in the bank, which usually is what you do when you originally get your temporary residency card. From all of the YouTube videos I've seen, everyone said that they did not have to show proof of income again. Thank goodness I happened to take copies of my pay stubs. I took a year's worth. They didn't say how many they wanted. They just said, oh, do you have like some bank statements or some pay stubs? So I gave them a whole year's worth. At first I thought she was going to give me trouble. She's like, this is from last year. I'm like, no. The top is the most recent. The bottom is a year ago. Yeah, but basically like every 30 minutes or so, they call you back up to the window to sign something. Then they do their little processing. Then they'll call you back up. And eventually you'll get out of there. I was lucky because most of the day they were having trouble with the printer that prints off the actual card, and finally they got it resolved by the time it was my turn to be printed out. So I'm off to my immigration appointment. I'm a little worried, not about the appointment, but because I'm a little sick and it's an hour drive. So I decided to drive myself instead of taking the bus in case I need to like pull over. I have that option. I made it here. I'm an hour early. I left plenty of time just in case I would have to pull over and get sick or something were to go wrong with the car. It allowed me to make up for that because this is a very, very important appointment. I'm not feeling well, but I think I realized, 1, because my stomach is sick, but 2, I think I'm having withdrawals from a medication. I'll catch up with you whenever I come out of my appointment. Okay, 3.5 hours later, and I am good to go. Okay, well, that's that. Now, after 3 more years, I can apply for permanent residency. If you enjoy this kind of content, be sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Adios!